afternoon, sir. Have a seat for me.
Thank you. I'm
Nice
happy
to
to
see
be
you.
back here.
Thank you. So, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I've had a lot of progress since our last sessions.
Okay.
Last time I was here, I talked about me moving to Columbus and just not knowing anybody and not fitting in or not knowing where I'm going
Okay.
and having to use my GPS. But I'm starting to understand my area. I found an apartment and
Maneuver through and stuff like that.
maneuvering through finding, a barbershop, still working on the place to get my hair done.
Right, because that's essential for men like us.
That is essential. And, I'm still dealing with the fact that I miss my family because I
Right.
know nobody in Columbus.
Right.
But luckily, I did go to a event where a lot of my frat brothers were.
Nice.
And I've been
nice.
able to hang out with them, and
Nice.
they put me in some group meets, and I've been able
Right.
to hang. But as I've told you, like the fourth recently came, and I was kind of concerned
Okay.
because I had no place to go to barbecue. But
Okay.
luckily, networking with the right people, I found a place.
Nice.
But still, the anxiety of like, what do I bring?
Right. Right.
Am I gonna be accepted?
Right.
What's my crowd?
Okay. So I remember last time we spoke, I asked you the miracle question where I was asking you, if you woke up tomorrow and things magically got better, and you told me that, you would be connected to some people as you were in your past with your frat brothers living in the South and things of that nature. So it sounds like you've been doing your homework.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that. So as far as that goes, how do you feel like that's helped you, with your move and make you feel better past those, depressed feelings that you were having during our first two sessions?
I mean, I guess what I know is the thing that's not gonna change is the fact of my mother's not gonna move here anytime soon.
Okay.
My dad's not gonna move here anytime soon.
Okay.
And so I have to use what I have to my advantage, which is the fraternity brothers, and which is, I have few friends from college here,
Okay.
but I have this thing of like, I didn't hang out with you in college, so why would I hang out with you now?
Right. Okay.
That's just
Okay.
because we're in the same state, like we didn't have a connection then.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is you've come to the terms that your parents aren't moving up here, even though they're a great support system for you, but you were able to find another support system and maybe hanging out with some college friends that weren't friends but maybe acquaintances.
Yeah, but I'm not hanging out with them.
Okay.
I'm really just like, I'll post a picture on social media and it's like, oh, you're in my city, we should hang out. Sure, dude.
Right.
And
right.
to the parents, my mother's a great support system. My dad, with being bipolar, he doesn't get where I come from sometimes.
Okay.
And he makes a lot of things about himself.
Okay.
And that's a real problem
Okay.
with me because sometimes I just need you to listen.
Right.
I don't need you to make it about you or, over exaggerate the situation.
Right. Right.
And sometimes I just want to be like, all right, this is the bipolarness.
Right.
Let's get off the phone.
Right. Right. Because do you feel like at times that may be triggering you and what you have going on when you may feel like his mental health problems are kicking in?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I'm bipolar, but he, I can feel that sometimes because of seeing my dad jump back and forth, I'll sometimes do the same thing,
Right.
like father, like son.
Right. Okay. So I hear you saying that during those times where he jumped back and forth, maybe in personalities or his moods or whatever the case may be, may have affected you, and it may still be affecting you to this day. So what are some things that you're doing to help cope with, being able to maintain that relationship with your father? That way it doesn't affect what you have going on as well and you seeking help for yourself. I know that was a lot to ask in that one question.
Some things I feel like I'm doing is just monitoring our calls.
Okay.
Making sure it's like I know I don't have to talk to him every day because that's the relationship we had.
Okay.
And when I talk to him, make it meaningful.
Okay.
Catch up on his stuff. He catches up on my stuff. and then we may go 4 to 5 days without talking to each other. And I feel like that's healthy.
Right.
Because I'm not having to like, oh, I'm worried about my dad. He's gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right eventually.
Okay.
You know.
So what it sounds like is you're using your coping skills to kind of set boundaries with y'all's relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you feel like that's been very helpful? That way you don't feel overwhelmed with what he has going on?
I do.
And it also helps you with what you're dealing with as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And how is the relationship with your mom?
Our relationship with my mom is good. She's more of a person who she wants to be on the know of everything that I'm doing.
Right.
Of like if I'm dating, where I'm going at night.
Okay.
When I first moved here, her rule was talk to her every day.
Right.
And so she's helpful because she knows how to listen. Probably because she was a social worker.
Okay.
And she gives good feedback, and she's been very supportive, and
okay.
she tells me I can't.
Yeah,
this is it.
I remember our first session, she had called and she was on the phone, her and your dad, and they were very supportive in those first couple of sessions with you.
Yes, sir.
And I would like to say thank you for, meeting with me on your own and not having to have your parents on the phone. I like that level of comfort and that, relationship that we were able to develop throughout this process. So at this time, on a scale, I would say like 1 to 5, how would you feel about where you're at as far as being in the city and, now that you've met up with some of your frat brothers, if I'm hearing you correctly, and just getting acclimated that way, where would you put yourself on that 1 to 5 scale?
1 being the worst, 5 being the best?
Yes.
Now that I've met my frat brothers, I'm at a 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So what can we do to get you to maybe a 4? Because we don't have to just jump to get you to a 5 at this moment, but what can we do to make sure that we are steadily increasing that skill, and how can I help you facilitate that process?
That 4 is going to come by learning different brothers and understanding what different brothers do, how they work, and also how you all can help me is possibly me making a list of different brothers and just feeding off of you and saying like, I get this vibe from this brother. I get this energy from so and so.
Right. So I would like to let you know that I wouldn't be here to just say, this is who I think this person is, because I truly don't know them. I would like for you to kind of take some time and get to know them and develop relationships with them. That way you can know who's genuine, who's not genuine, who can you talk to about certain situations, who can you not talk to about certain situations. And I can maybe help you talk through those things, but as far as me making that, veto overall decision, I would most definitely like for that to be something that you would do, okay?
That makes sense.
You feel that works good for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in our first couple of sessions, you were just saying, besides the relocation, that, you were just having some issues with just being away from the family and things of that nature. Do they plan to come up here anytime soon, or what does that look like?
It's a possibility, but it's just always something may come up. And also I don't feel like I'm in a place to where I can have guests in my home.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
I'm still building. I don't have that nice of a couch. I just have a mattress, and heck, I don't even have bedroom furniture yet.
Okay.
So stuff isn't in order.
Okay. Okay. So let's say we did want them to come up here sometime soon. Okay. What would magically happen overnight that could get them to come up here soon? That way we can offer you some support within your own personal environment.
It would just take some money, honestly. On my part and their part.
Okay.
And then plus figuring out good travel arrangements.
Okay.
With my father and also with my mother. And, buying a plane ticket is not the most cheap thing.
Right.
And then driving 8 hours isn't easy.
Okay.
So, therefore, it will just take some planning.
Okay. That's understandable. So, briefly in therapy as well, you were just saying how there were moments where you kind of lost motivation at work and things of that nature as it relates to the new relocation. How has that changed? Has there been a drastic change with that, or what's the update on that?
It has changed.
Okay.
Because when I first relocated, it was a thing of I was gonna be throughout the Midwest.
Okay.
So therefore, I couldn't have a home.
Okay.
And I was living in that hotel, as I told you.
Okay.
And it's hard to work towards something, and you're working hard, but it's not going to benefit you in the future.
Okay.
But now stuff has changed because I have a store.
Nice.
And my goals, they're my numbers, and I have something to work towards.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So now it's like I have something to work towards, unlike I'm just filling in for somebody because they're on vacation.
Okay.
And next week I may be in another state. So
okay. So I'm hearing you say that you have goals to work towards now, and that you have a store oversight that you have. What in that situation, since it sounds like you're kind of high on that scale of feeling good, how can we take some of those skills from that part of your life with job and put it into the personal life, so that that 3 that you rated yourself at can go to a 4 or 5?
I think it's more of just setting myself a goal and a time limit like I do at work.
Okay.
And saying by this time I want to be here. I want my, and setting realistic goals at that.
Okay.
And saying that, I want my place to be together by the end of the year. I want to be more established and have this underway by this time of the year.
Okay.
And just set small and big goals,
right.
long and short term for
small
myself.
goals are always good because they always feed into that bigger picture. So don't feel like no step is too small, because that small step, that small goal will help us accomplish what the larger picture is. Okay. So that's always progress is what we're trying to get here in this throughout our counseling and our sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Are there any questions that you may have, questions, comments, concerns that you want my feedback on? Maybe something that we could try to come up with some type of approach on, that way we can facilitate the process in a different way?
Do you think it's too soon for me to start dating? Or do you think dating would help? Or do you think maybe I should wait a little while?
Mm-hmm. I honestly feel like that's a question that you should be able to answer for yourself. And I say this because I can tell you that I think having a significant other is great, because they're there to offer that support in those times of need, and to help cure some or curb some of that loneliness that you said you felt in the first couple of sessions. But at the end of the day, if you're feeling like it's just something that's going to be temporary fulfillment, then is it going to benefit you? So that's not a question I would want you to answer now, but more so something that I would want you, to ask yourself, and take an honest inventory of yourself within, and see what your self feedback is. Did that help you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it made me understand that maybe I do need to just hold off on it, and then also just reevaluate the dating aspect of my life. And
but what if we dated and didn't get serious? Just maybe how there's different aspects to dating, so there's a lot to consider there. That's why I say I don't think it's something that we can answer now, but more so along the lines of after our development occurs. Okay.
True. Besides that was really the only question.
Okay. Well, if that's it, Mr. Williams, we'll schedule some time to maybe follow up next week. Just give me a call to see what works best with your schedule, and we'll just kind of go from there, okay?
Definitely will.
All right,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for coming in.